Good afternoon, everybody. Welcome to the Crypto Chart Update for December 14th, 2017. Today we're going to talk about all the second-tier large-cap coins like Ripple and Dash and Monero that keep breaking to the upside. How far are they going to run? We're also going to try and find the next trade because we don't really care about this trade. The train's already left the station, guys. We want to find the next trade so we can get in early. As always, I'm your host, Tim, a retail investor and journalist. The Crypto Chart Update is where I use technical analysis to inform and teach and try to educate people how to make good trades, set targets, and manage their risk. If you can do that, you can be a good trader. If you're just guessing and jumping on a coin because it's going up fast, well, you're basically just gambling, and you might as well go to the casino, put everything on red. In about 5 seconds, you could double your money. So you want to know what you're doing, and you want to have a strategy. It's really important if you want to stay alive. So, guys, before we begin, please support me if you appreciate my work. If you go to tradingview.com under Berlin Trader 591, that's my name, you can see all my trade updates, my trade analysis, where I really go in depth and name targets and stops and risk parameters. And if you want to have an idea of how I work, you can check out my blog on tradingview.com under Berlin Trader 591. More importantly, I would appreciate your support if you watch these videos. If you make money, throw a little piece my way. Under the video, I have some wallets where you can send me a little donation. Litecoin is the cheapest, I think. If you want to send me a transfer, that would be great. Or hey, log in and sign up to one of these services like TradingView, which I use for charts, Trezor, which I use for wallet, as well as the Ledger Nano S. I also use that. And if you're new to Bitcoin, check out Coinbase. It's not really the best platform or exchange, but if you just want to get started and buy some Bitcoin in an easy way that's familiar, then go to Coinbase and just put in a couple $100 and a little piece will come my way. As always, guys, please send me your comments and questions. I appreciate your comments on my analysis, critiques as well. If you got a different opinion, let me know. I'm always open to the other case, the other side of, the other story. And remember, this is only for entertainment purposes only. These are not actual trade recommendations. Contact your registered financial advisor. But guys, let's have fun. Let's get into these charts. I really like, we're going to start with Ripple today. We see Ripple ripping. We were in Ripple for a while and it never moved. We were kind of frustrated as Bitcoin took off, but finally that money came out of Bitcoin and we broke out on a 1, 2, 3, 4 breakout, 4 tap breakout. That basically means we've approached this resistance line a few times and finally we broke out in a big way. And to be honest, it's going exactly as we planned. Our first target was 43 cents. We hit that. We took some profits. Our next target was 62 cents. We hit that just a minute ago and we took profits. Now, someone asked me, how do I take profits? What does taking profits mean? Well, taking profits means that you set your target, right, based on Fibonacci analysis or some other technical method, right? You need to set a target, and when you reach that target, you take off a piece of your position. So for example, down here we bought, let's say, 1,000 Ripple. Okay, so that means when you reach your first target, those old highs, then there we want to take off, let's say, 1/3 of our position, because that's our first main easy to reach target, right? We take off 1/3 of our position. Then when we reach our second target, which is the Fibonacci retracement of the Fibonacci extension of that consolidation, then we take our second tranche off around 62, 64. Okay, that's what I just did. So right now I have about 33% of my position left for that final run to 75 cents, which would be the 200% measured move of that consolidation range. Now, if we get to 75 and we still look strong, I might only take off half of that third position. I might take off only 1/6 of that position and leave another 1/6 for the run to 90 or above or whatever, right? But basically, I'm just reducing my size all the way up. I'm reducing my size until finally I have a very small position and I take it off. Because what happens up at those levels, guys, is there's always a little pullback. There's always a correction, sometimes even a crash, to be honest, right? I mean, check out Ripple previously back in April, right? If you got in here on this nice flag, you could have taken the third off here, a third off here, a third off here, or maybe have a little left for that last run. But if you didn't take off your position, then you just might be sitting in here, right? You're just going to be sitting in here. Oh, I hope it goes back up. Oh, I hope, oh, now it's going down. Now I take off some of my position, right? But if you take off your position after a pullback, you've just lost half of your profits, right? So not only that, but you waited like 2 months. So you only got half of the profit, and you waited 2 months if you took it off right here in that consolidation. That's why you don't wait to take your profits. You take your profits as soon as you can on every pop, everything that looks crazy, right? I mean, this looks crazy. This run is amazing, right? On these huge candles, you know, on every big candle, I could take off a 6, a 6, a 6, a 6, a 6, and I'm booking profits, booking profits. It's like a job, right? Every day I go home with the paycheck. But if I'm just sitting there hoping and praying to God that it makes it to $1, and then I'm going to take all my profits, well, guess what? There's a lot of other idiots waiting to do the same thing. So it might get up there and just crash straight back down because everyone takes their profits, and here you are back at halfway. You could have taken your profits along the way and, you know, felt relieved and used that money somewhere else, right? You can get in another trade. So that's why taking profits has so many benefits, psychologically, trading wise, as well as actually making money. You know, it's kind of a good thing if you actually want to make money. Traders that make $1 million overnight, they gambled and they got lucky, but at least they took their profits. I hope they took their profits. If someone says I'm a millionaire, but they still have $1 million in Ripple and not in dollars, well, they actually haven't made anything yet, because unless you realize those profits in a tangible way, then you actually haven't made anything. So just remember that, guys. Take your profits, take off a piece of your position. Now, of course, after you take off a piece of your position, what do you do with that, right? On Poloniex, for example, you can only sell Ripple into Bitcoin or US dollar tether. Now, Bitcoin is a stable coin relative to the other coins. So yeah, you could say, okay, I just care about Bitcoin. I'm going to hold my Bitcoin and I'm just going to trade against Bitcoin. Okay, that's cool. Yeah. But a lot of us still live in a world with euros and dollars. So we want to maybe take our Ripple and put them into dollars. Now that's possible on a site like Kraken, right? But on Poloniex, you have to use dollar tether. Right? Now that's like a proxy, a substitute for the dollar, but it's actually not a dollar. It's just another cryptocurrency that says it's like the dollar. They say that it's backed by dollars, but do we really know what's going on behind the scenes? No, we don't. And there's a lot of speculation that it's a scam. So one day, if dollar tether kind of goes under, if that cryptocurrency somehow gets hacked or fails in some way, like it has been recently, then yeah, those dollar tethers could just disappear and become worthless, and then you have nothing. So you need to get to dollars and euros as soon as possible, because although dollars and euros are fiat currencies by the government, they're much more stable than cryptocurrencies. And in my life, I live using dollars and euros to actually get hard things like food. So at the moment, if I'm speculating on Ripple and I get a big run, I want to take my profits, I want to convert those profits to Bitcoin, and I want to get those Bitcoins to another exchange where I can exchange for dollars and euros, and then I want to take those and put them in my bank account so I can take that money out and buy myself some potatoes. Okay, so the question is, how do you take your profits in Ripple and get them to potatoes? Okay, Ripple to potatoes, unfortunately, is not an exchange listed cross, but it should be, right? So that's how you take your profits and get your money out. And I think when we see a crash, what we're going to see is a lot of people who have no idea how to get their money out and just selling and not knowing what the hell they're doing. And that's going to be really hilarious. And I feel very bad for those people, because one of them might be my wife. And but when it happens, it's going to be very interesting to see how people behave. And there might actually be some good trades in there, to be honest. So if you're wise enough and you know what's going on, you can take advantage of that frenzy, right? So let's keep our eyes open and let's try to analyze the money flows to see what's going to happen. That's what we're doing today. So yeah, we're going to run through Ripple, running through Monero. Hey, Monero just is, yeah, I got all these graphics because it's a beautiful chart. I could use this in a college course here. We're just making stair steps up, and we're heading, it looks like we're heading towards that upper trend line up here, which, to be honest, I thought was ridiculous as a target, but Litecoin made it. Dash is almost making it. Why not? We're gonna hit it, man. I feel like, you know, it's just in the cards that we're gonna blow out and hit that trend line. So yeah, I'm in Monero right now, and that trend line, as well as a few targets kind of matching up here. Fibonacci wise is around, yeah, 440, 500, around that level. I'm going to be taking some profits. If I see a crazy move in 2 days, I'm going to take my profits. I don't care if it doesn't hit the line. I'm going to take out my Monero, convert it to Bitcoin or dollars, take out those dollars, put it in my bank account. Because remember, guys, these exchanges are also hackable, and they're not really safe. It just takes one of these exchanges to be hacked, and maybe there's a little crash because people get nervous. Take out your profits, guys. Dash. Like I said, same thing as Monero. We have that crazy broadening trend line that seemed impossible to reach, but we bounced off this red line, and now we're just heading right up, like as the crow flies, to that trend line. So gonna stay in this until we reach that zone, that sell zone, sell out there. Taking profits along the way, of course. Litecoin, hey, this is the one that was just, you know, that convinced me that we would reach those trend lines, because we actually broke this trend line in Litecoin and we popped up above, and I'm very surprised actually that we haven't pulled back. And I think, hey, this is really positive. We might hold this trend line and have another run. So we're going to keep an eye on Litecoin. If it starts to consolidate around that level, then we might get in for another trade. And let's see, let's go check out Bitcoin Cash. You know, Bitcoin Cash has been the big runner in the last couple of days. I can't believe I missed it, to be honest, but I just did. First, if we check it against Bitcoin, we see that it's kind of, you know, in the channel, and it's trying to reach the top of that channel, so that's good in terms of against Bitcoin. If we compare it against the dollar, then it's just a beautiful wedge pattern. Yeah, I just can't believe I missed it. I knew it was coming and I missed it. Right, we had this nice wedge, or this nice triangle, pennant pattern, flag, whatever you want to call it, and we broke out a couple days ago, and now we're moving up. Target on that, if we do Fibonacci retracement of that consolidation range, first target would be the former highs around 2,600. If we cross that, then the next target is the 161.8 retracement around 3,694. So yeah, target 1, target 2, pretty nice. Might get in that still not a bad place to enter, really, if you're going for those higher targets. Remember, stops, guys, stops would be maybe under that breakout candle around 1,200. So if you're getting in now and your risk is to the stop 1,200, then your reward needs to be that 161.8 retracement at 3,600. So that's your reward, and this is your risk. Size yourself accordingly. Okay, Ethereum. Yeah, Ethereum, we've been watching this breakout for a few days now, and it just looks nice, right? It looks like a beautiful classic breakout. I think more money is going to come into Ethereum in the next couple days. We consolidated above that breakout level, 400. We broke out of that level a couple days ago. That was around 500, and we've hit 600 and 700. And I think we're consolidating around here for a bit, and next target would be that 261.8 retracement, Fibonacci extension, of that consolidation range, right, of that consolidation. Here we have the Fib range, and that 261.8 is around 840. Looks nice, 840 around, or I'm not sure, 840, 880, something like that, whatever, doesn't matter, but around that area, you want to take some more profits. And yeah, let's check out Bitcoin. So yeah, let's talk about money flow. Well, basically, it's pretty cool. Bitcoin has shown itself to be quite stable in the last couple of days, I guess the weeks. You know, it's just kind of going sideways, and that's really, I think that's really a sign of people going in and out of Bitcoin in an even way, right? It means there's stability. It means buyers and sellers are equal. And what that shows to me is that, you know, people are buying Bitcoin, but people are also leaving Bitcoin to enter Ethereum and Ripple and Dash and Monero and those other coins. So I think we're going to go sideways for a bit we could break out of this little consolidation and move higher. If we move higher, it would be interesting to see, is money going to come out of Ethereum and Ripple and those coins, or are we going to see more movement in those coins along with Bitcoin? Are they leading Bitcoin, or is Bitcoin going to lead and the other coins are going to decrease in value? We don't really know, but my kind of hunch is that as long as Bitcoin goes sideways, we're going to see breakouts in those second tier coins. So what I really hope for is a consolidation in Bitcoin as we take profits in Ethereum and Ripple and Monero, and then we see a breakout of Bitcoin, another breakout up to 20,000, 25,000. If that happens, I think we'll see a flow into the super altcoins. So I'm talking about NEO or OMG or PIVX. And the reason I say that is because based on my observations, what seems to happen is that if Bitcoin is going well, people will buy Bitcoin, and then people want an extra kick, an extra caffeine boost on Bitcoin. So they go to the crazy altcoins and like PIVX and Steam and OMG and NEO and all those Vertcoin and all those crazy ones. People get into those altcoins, but then they don't get into Litecoin and Ethereum and Ripple. So the second tier coins, as I like to say, the large cap coins, but not the crazy altcoins, not the small coins, but the larger, bigger, well-known coins go sideways as Bitcoin. So Bitcoin, maybe I illustrate this. I think Bitcoin goes up, then Ethereum and Ripple and all the altcoins, right, for example, they go sideways, and then the really shit coins, as they say, the super altcoins, the small coins like PIVX and NEO and all those smaller coins, or just say lesser known, more volatile coins, they also go up because people look for extra added value on their Bitcoins, and that comes from the crazy altcoins. But if Bitcoin goes down, right, if it crashes, then based on what we've seen so far, everything crashes because Bitcoin is some kind of thermometer for the market, right? If Bitcoin's going down, it just means people are leaving in general. But if Ethereum is going down, that could also mean that people are going into Bitcoin, for example. So Bitcoin is kind of the bellwether for the general market vibe. And if Bitcoin's going sideways, it means stability, and we can get into the Ethereums and the Ripples. If Bitcoin's going up and people are excited, they'll take more risk and go into the altcoins. And if Bitcoin is going down, then we'll see down movements in all coins. So yeah, it's kind of, again, this measurement of risk appetite. And if people are feeling lucky, they're going to try more risky moves. Right now, we're kind of in a neutral place, and people are trying semi-risky moves in those second-tier, mid-level coins. So yeah, guys, that's what I'm looking at now. Basically, we're taking our profits in those second-tier coins, Ripple, Ethereum, and Monero, Dash, for example, and we're preparing ourselves for the next trade, which could be in Bitcoin and the altcoins. So what we want to do is look at those altcoin charts and find coins that are basing or flagging or bouncing off support. And if we see those indicators, then we might want to position ourselves. We want to relocate our profits to those altcoins and in Bitcoin. But yeah, we'll see how that develops in the next days. Christmas and futures being released on the CME are coming up, and it's going to be a fun little holiday weekend. So I hope you guys have a good time. Please support me with your donations and clicking through my links to those sponsors. See you soon. Peace.